Here I go again. Join me on my first 7-mile adventure through the Black Bear Wilderness Trailhead, located in Sanford, Florida, of course. Did you know there is a wilderness area right here in Central Florida? It's where you can encounter alligators, deer, wild hogs, raccoons, owls, turtles, river otters, rattlesnakes, and even a Florida black bear. Well, today, let's get started on this journey. And if you're thinking, I can't do this 7-mile trail, why in the world is she picking this? Well, I have been working my way up. Already did a 7-day challenge with my family, friends, and it was fine. I loved it. I've worked my way up to going 5 miles from my house and around Lake Monroe as well in Sanford. So I figured if I could do 5 miles, I can definitely do this. Scary part, of course, is now you're in the wilderness. So I'm not going to be touching anything, going through kind of examining any of the bushes, leaves, etc., since that doesn't go well with me. I have an allergy to poison ivy and poison sumac, so I'm just going to stay on the trail and not touch anything. So here we go. As you can see, it is a lovely broad walk here. They have it renovated on the bottom where I'm walking. I don't know if you can tell compared to the sides. The sides, you can see nature has taken its toll and discolored it, but everything is well maintained. It's just at the bottom is that great kind of plastic, wood. I don't know what they call it, but I guess it's that kind of used at the beaches. So I really like the bottom, how well it's been maintained, and then you just have the wood on the sides. Nothing is falling apart, so you do feel safe walking on this. And it's a hot day, to say the least. So definitely bring your water. A lot of hydration is going to be needed. Definitely bring your hiking boots as well. I know you don't see it yet, but it's coming. So the whole trail is not like this. This here is the beginning of the trail. So when you park, you're in a normal outdoor parking area and has just 2 porta pods, trash can, and a notice. Just like this one. It says either go left or right. I'm going to go right today. I thought, hey, it looks safe, look kind of like the same broad walk area. If you go left, you're going to start out in more rough terrain. So if you're like me, I like to do the rough part first and end up with the easier part. So I would go left if you have that mentality. I, of course, this is my first time, went right. And like I said, I'm not going to do that again because the rougher part was harder to do. After I reached my 5 miles, it was like, oh my God, my feet and that rough terrain on my sneakers was not doing good. I mean, I survived it, but I would have preferred to have more or less like a hiking kind of sneaker boot to be able to go through the floor that it has. And not only that, just so I could end up easier on the broad walk coming back and just enjoy the sight like that. But again, here we are already on the dirt natural trail. You can bring dogs. I wouldn't recommend it. Of course, they have to be leashed. That's the law here in Florida. With what you're going to see that I've named, and I haven't even mentioned the bees. Not bees, they're like hornets that are on the trail, and they have their little holes there that they were coming out of. And I had to kind of run past. Well, you want to be careful because you have a dog you got to watch out for, and you have animals and these other insects. You just got to be careful because you don't know when you're going to see a snake, when you're going to see those hornets, how fast they're going to be coming at you. And you don't know when you're going to have to kind of hurry up. So definitely, if you're bringing a pet, it's going to be just on that road walk that you saw and back. I wouldn't take it any further than that. But here we are. It's a great place for a whole family to come out, which I did see. You saw a lot of families come out here together on this trail. Couples, friends, whoever. I do suggest coming out in a pair, just in case you run into something. By yourself, hey, maybe if you're really, I guess, used to this and you're good to go, but if not, just having that one other person with you, I would suggest it because you are secluded, and they even tell you that on the sign coming in. They are not responsible for what happens, and you are in a nature preserve where you will encounter alligators, black bears, raccoons, snakes, and you have cypress trees, which are not good for your pets, so your dogs. They're not good in general, so you just have to be careful. But let's go ahead and enjoy this adventure. Let's see here. I love the scenery. It is gorgeous. Now, I don't know if you're interested in any of the facts, but I find the most interesting fact about this area is that this trail runs directly alongside the St. Johns River, which you'll see on my right side, by the way, when I kind of look over there. And this is one of the very few major rivers in North America that flows north instead of south. Most rivers naturally flow towards the equator, but the St. Johns River makes its way northward before eventually reaching the Atlantic Ocean. So if you heard about the hurricanes that we have here, the most recent one had flooded a lot of the land here where the houses were. And this trail is located right on the edge where Volusia County and Seminole County combine. So when you're on the St. Johns River, you go right into Volusia County, and the lands there, as it makes its way up north, they were flooded. And that was because of all the rain. So until the water was pushed out to the Atlantic, the flooding did not go down from the hurricane rain that we had received. So just an interesting fact. But definitely keep your eye out. Again, we're just on another kind of bridge boardwalk here. This trail runs in a sort of a loop. It's not like exactly a round loop, but I'll show you a map a little bit later to how you're going around the park. So no matter what, you're going to come back out to the exit. You just keep on walking and following the trail. Please remember, if you're planning to hike this trail, preparation is going to be important. Like I said, families, friends, couples, kids can come out here. I've seen people with pets too. So everyone needs to make sure they are bringing something to stay hydrated. So bring plenty of water. If you need something in the water, Propel, Gatorade, what have you, but bring something. I had a visor on for the sun. Bring your shades, what have you. Just make sure you're able to see any alligators or animals that are coming towards you if you are going to wear some type of sunglasses, because you want to make sure they can't just pop up on you, because they are all different colors and coming from all sides. So be wary on that. Again, there's no water fountains anywhere along the trail, none at the entrance. There's only porta pods and a garbage can. So once you start the hike, you're on your own until you get back to your car or get back to a store or your home. Think of it that way. So I would highly recommend carrying more water than you think you'll need. Definitely with any kind of electrolyte in them. So the summer months of Florida are harsh. And right now, it seems like it's getting pretty hot pretty quick. So definitely. A cooling tower can make a huge difference as well. You might want to invest into that. I was even thinking about that now that I'm starting to walk more. I think I am going to get a cooling towel so I can have that on my face and neck. That will definitely help you along with staying hydrated. You do get a breeze a little bit here, but like I said, it's not going to be much. You'll be sweating even when you don't realize it. So just make sure you stay hydrated. We don't want you to end up in the hospital, Definitely invest into that, and the hiking boots, or like hiking sneakers is what I was kind of looking for. So I'm definitely going to try and look into both of those. The proper footwear, though, is definitely important. Unfortunately here, I did go along the water twice like this. I didn't see any kind of snakes or alligators here. You did see that it is definitely already season for the water toys. Everyone was out on their boats, jet skis, pontoon boats, fishing, etc. It is a little bit on the drier side for the river and Lake Monroe, so you will notice that it's not as high. This fencing here that you see on the two areas going on the St. Johns River, they are pretty high up, so you are pretty protected. I'm 5'2", and I had to kind of edge over to kind of see, more clearly on the sides. So it's a good thing when it comes to alligators, because you don't want them to be able to climb up on you if they are there. They can go pretty high. So feel safe while you're walking this, definitely. It's just when you're walking without this wall here on the terrain trail, you need to watch out, make sure they don't sneak up on you. So don't get close to the water trying to take a shot, because you will not be able to see them if they are under those dark, murky water. And they can come up on you real quick. So stay on the trail. I do advise that. That's why I say don't bring your family pets. It's not wise. Again, this trail is not going to be for anyone who definitely wants to use a walker, a cane, any kind of walking assistance item. It's not for wheelchairs or strollers, anything like that. This is for you walking, jogging. That's what this is for. good luck on the jogging on certain areas just because the roots do come up. I mean, I felt like I was going through Jumanji. If it wasn't a root trying to get you for the tree, it was a broken root sticking out. You passed one, you tripped over the other. I was like, okay, I'm trying to hang on to a tree for dear life, trying to go over their root system. But it was fun. I definitely enjoyed myself, and you got to really just experience something rather than, walking down a sidewalk or something that's been created for you. So this is definitely something that is easy enough, yet will challenge you. Yes, definitely pay attention to the floor. As you can kind of see, these are not broken tree limbs on the floor. These are actual roots of the trees. So every dark line you see on the floor, the palm trees have, that unique kind of together root system that you can kind of smoothly walk over. It's the other trees that are having these dark lines on the floor. And as I said, towards the exit side of the trail, it gets bad. I could not record there because it was so many. I had to hang on to the tree trying to get over them. And at one point there was muddy area, black mud that you can get stuck in, and I did not want to take that chance and fall down. So I did not record that area. I did not get the rattlesnake because I was more trying to look out for that than anything and get away from it, because I'm not going to be as quick as it can on this root system here. So, and I didn't want to fall on the sides or anything. So I did not get the rattlesnake, but I did encounter that and that squirrel that kept following me, trying to keep me on my toes. But you will see, let's see, the wild hogs, a family of those. We did see 2 turtles, but the hogs I did get for you. So that'll be coming up. Just pay attention. There'll be a dark colored hog, and the babies are like a orangey spotty kind of color. And I didn't want to get too close to them because don't want them attack mode, especially with their babies. But they were just foraging there in the forest on the side, and I was able to see them pretty close. Yes, you're talking about maybe 10 feet. That's about as close as I was, and they were just eating away, minding their business, and so was I, staying on the trail just like I should. And I advise you to as well. Again, there's no benches here, so don't look out for that. And I wouldn't want to sit down, just being an easy meal for anyone, so I wouldn't advise that at all. There are benches at the beginning and towards the end of the trail, but as I said, no, I'm not waiting there. So definitely, if you're experiencing, trails at this moment, you like going outside like this is definitely one. I didn't have any issues with mosquitoes. I did wear long pants, compression pants, which I find are really good if you're experiencing any kind of circulation issues. I do in my legs, so I have compression pants on and socks, which is regular New Balance shoes, which I said I'm going to change to hiking boots. I recommend it. I felt great walking, didn't have any pain, any issues. So definitely let me know in the comments though if you have any questions or concerns, and I can answer those. Probably the first ones that I actually get, the first, I would say 2 days, I'll definitely be able to respond back within 48 hours. Thank you so much. Look at these. It's just gorgeous. I'll give you more facts to come.
There's also something peaceful about being away from everyday distractions. No traffic noise, no crowded sidewalks, no busy intersections. Just birds calling overhead, wind moving through the trees, and the sounds of nature all around you. It's the kind of place where you can slow down and appreciate things most of us rush past every day. Sometimes the best adventures aren't found in theme parks or major attractions. Sometimes they're hidden right in our own backyard. As we wrap up today's adventure at the Black Bear Wilderness Trailhead near Sanford, Florida, I can honestly say this hike exceeded my expectations. Just a reminder, wear proper hiking boots or shoes, bring plenty of water, stay aware of your surroundings, and respect the wildlife that calls this place home. Thanks for joining me on this 7-mile journey through one of Florida's hidden natural treasures. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow along for more hikes, hidden gems, and outdoor explorations across Florida. I'll see you on my next adventure. Who knows? It may be a theme park, maybe a beach. Check it out, follow, and have an adventure on your own.